Just through our management, our front office, they like having logos on the field. They are a lot of extra time, but they can really step up the field and really improve the appearance. We've got 3 logos on the field at all times. We've got our main ballpark sponsor, Huntington Park, Huntington Bank. So we do Huntington Park down the lines on both sides, and then we do a team logo behind home plate. Or if there's ever some kind of specific, high dollar event or something, we might paint some kind of corporate logo or something like that back here as well. But typically it's a Clippers logo. I'll always paint the day before a homestand, and then if it's a long homestand, an 8 or 10 day homestand like we're in the middle of now, then on the 4th or 5th day I'll go back and paint again to keep things nice and crisp and keep it so people are able to see. Unfortunately, the grass grows so fast, it grows up and out very quickly. So after 4 or 5 days, it can get pretty faded. When we paint, we use the airless machine, and we do a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to water. The white doesn't really hurt the grass too much. The light blue doesn't really hurt us too much. The dark blue, you can see it really starting to thin out the turf, and the silver actually hits the turf pretty hard for us as well. I always try to avoid doing anything too dark, like red or black. Those can really fry the grass immediately. Usually for either Memorial Day or 4th of July or something like that, we'll kind of do some stars and stripes and do something special with some red. But outside of that, we try to keep red off the turf as much as possible, because it kills the grass for us very quickly. But, for a logo like this and the other 2 and the lines, for all our painting will usually take me about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. That includes putting out string lines and mixing the paint and cleaning out the machine between each color. So definitely have to budget half of a work day every time we're going to paint. At the end of the season, we still, at this facility, we host a lot of events, so we usually have activity on the field almost daily through the middle to end of October. So there's limited things that we can do to the field up until that point. Once we reach the point in which there's no more events on the field, we usually try to get pretty aggressive with it. We try to get the infield back into as close to game ready condition as possible. We try to get it laser graded, make sure it's nice and flat. We try to get it nice and tight. We sweep all the conditioner off the dirt. For everybody that maintains baseball fields, they probably use some sort of conditioner on the surface throughout the season on a daily basis, and we don't want that mixing in with the infield. And so as soon as events are done, we sweep it off, and after 2 or 3 heavy rains, a little bit more works its way up out of the system. We sweep that off, and we'll repeat that process 3 or 4 times to try to get rid of all the conditioner. We really don't want conditioner blended in with the infield. Conditioner is meant to sit up on the surface. So we do any kind of edge repair work and just get the dirt all ready to go, so that the next season, the next spring, we're as close to ready to go as possible, especially after a winter like we just experienced. It was very late getting onto the field, very close to the start of the season, so we were very limited with the time and resources in getting the field ready. Aside from that, we try to get the mound all game ready and prepared for the next season, do any kind of re-sloping that we need to do. Same thing with the plate. We try to get the plate all fixed up and ready to go. If we're going to replace the plate or replace the rubber on the mound or replace rubbers in the bullpens, we'll do that in the fall. Basically all the dirt work we're trying to get done, and we're trying to get it packed nice and tight so that during the winter, any snow or rain, whatever might happen throughout the fall and the winter, infield's going to stay nice and tight for us. It's also the point when we'll do any kind of sodding. We'll sod around the mound, we'll sod around the plate, position areas, short and second, umpire spots, areas in the outfield, and then any other spots that we might have some big problems with. We'll resod and anything that we were not able to fix up by seeding. The fall it's it's hugely important time for us to work on the dirt, and for anybody to work on the dirt. Like I said, we try to get it nice and clean. We try to get all the conditioner off, and we really try to focus on getting the grade nice and smooth and fixed up. So any low spots that might occur throughout the season in position areas or along edges where a guy might play or dig out, or what might have happened from some big event, we try to get all that fixed up and try to get the grade as smooth as possible so we don't have low spots, so that in the winter when the snow is melting or we've got any kind of rain accumulation, it's not sitting in puddles, just like you would want on a game day when you've got an event out there or a game. You want water to be shedding off nice and even. So it's important to try to really work on the grade to fill in low areas and really try to smooth everything out as much as possible. And then it's also very important to pack the infield nice and tight. You want that dirt nice and tight. If you till it up and have it really loose going into the fall, it's going to let all that snow or rain or whatever precipitation might happen throughout the winter get down in the system, and it's going to be all loose as deep as you tilled, and it's just going to be a muddy, loose, terrible mess. And so it's really important before winter hits and sets in to pack the dirt nice and tight, so that it's just going to give you a whole lot better shot to get out there and do anything you need to do in the spring.